Alrighty, hello there, it is me. Welcome back to the Mario Matter podcast, episode number 26. We are approaching we're not approaching. We are in the second quarter of the podcast lifetime until we hit 100 episodes. We are now in the second quarter. And trust me, we're not ending at 100 episodes, but it'll be a pretty big milestone. Anyways, today is February 22nd. 22nd. I mean, do you realize February is so short that in 7 days, it'll be a new month. Like, I was looking at the calendar, I'm like, I can't wait until March. Well, thank gosh, it's only in a week. Like, it's not that far. It seems further than it is. Do you know, like, in the car mirrors, it says, like, objects may be closer than they appear? March is that object, all right? Anyways, it's the 22nd. Let's update my calendar right now. 22nd. Bam. Anyways, Nintendo news for the past week is booming, right? It's booming. There's a lot of cool stuff. So, we're going to discuss it all. But anyways, I wanted to discuss right now. Okay, right now, we saw Tears of the Kingdom leaks in the news in the past week. I will not discuss, show, or even after right now talk about any of those on today's podcast. If you want to see the leaks, I'm not even going to link it. Just find them for yourself. Search up Tears of the Kingdom leaks on Google. Hopefully you will find it. But I don't want to show it because, one, I would never want to spoil anything for anybody. Two, Nintendo, I hope if I did show them, which I'm not going to, they might take me down. So I'm not going to do that either. But I knew right away I was not going to show them at all. So if you want to see them and that's cool to you, take a look at them. I'll let you guys know. I actually looked at them. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't have a care in the world for leaks of games. I went ahead and looked at them. I won't even say like, oh yeah, they were pretty cool. I won't even say that. But I did take a look, and that's all I'll say. I'll leave it right there. I had a look, and I won't even say if it's cool or not. But anyways, I want all the leaks. I want everything. Everything that I can have, just give me on Tears of the Kingdom. But I hope that you guys are all doing well on this week. It's the last week of February. No, next week is like half February, half March. So, yeah, we gotta wait until then. March 1st will actually be the next episode. So that's like a pretty cool like number to have an episode on March 1st. Pretty cool. And so with that, no Tears of the Kingdom leaks shown in this video. I did notice one thing though. Let's grab my phone real quick. Guys, remember last episode when I told you I pre-ordered Metroid Prime Remastered? Like, that was all like fun and games, right? Like, it was all fun. Like, I got my hands on one, $40, which is how much the game costs. All fun and games, right? How can I show this? Okay, so I'm gonna crop it right now. I'm gonna crop this picture. Okay, there. So now it says, it hasn't even shipped yet, but it says now arriving. Can it focus on the camera? Now arriving April 3rd. Are you kidding? April 3rd? That's like a month away almost. A month and like a week. Are you kidding? April 3rd? I'm not in a rush, and I'm not even gonna like cancel the order because I'm once again not in a rush to play. So I'm just gonna wait it out. But like, are you kidding? Amazon always sends out or like ships games to get it to you on release date. Now, occasionally they'll do the old delay thing, but if they delay a pre-order, it's normally like 2 days or like 3 days, like at the most in my experience. A month? Are you joking? A month for Metroid Prime Remastered? This never happens to me anyway. I mean, I'm not trying to say like it shouldn't happen to me, but I've never seen it happen this bad to anybody. I mean, like, this is nuts, guys. A month. So, pre-ordering from Amazon was a mistake. And if I wanted to do something about this, I'm sure I could. Like, I could, I believe the actual official Nintendo online store has pre-orders open, and I think that they'll get them to you on release date, if not like a day after. So if I really wanted to, and I really needed the game as soon as possible, I could probably have it. But I'm not even gonna cancel the dang Amazon one for two reasons. One, because I feel like it'll come sooner. Like, even if it's like mid-March, it'll come a little bit sooner. And two, what was the other? Oh, because it's kind of like a hassle to like have to cancel it, hope it actually gets canceled, and then order another. Like, it's a hassle, right? So I'm not even gonna do it. I'm just gonna let it sit there, and it's also a cool experience because I get to like let you guys know how long the order was actually delayed, and it kind of creates some like cool drama for me to discuss. So, you know, it'll be here. It'll be here eventually on the front porch. It'll show up. Do I hope that it's this week and that, you know, hopefully hopefully it just says expected April 3rd, and then today's Tuesday, so the physical version actually comes out as this podcast is out. So if it all went as expected, I should have it today as you're watching this podcast on February 22nd. I should have it. I'm hoping that like today or tomorrow it just says shipped. It just says like shipped, and then like it was a whole error or whatever. Like, I hope it says shipped some point soon. But yeah, so another thing that I find crazy, not crazy, I kind of saw it coming. Ever since Metroid Prime Remastered was said to be coming out this week physically, guys, have you heard a peep about Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe? Like, that game still comes out this Friday, and I've not heard anybody speak about it recently, like in the past like week. Like, the whole game's dead now. Metroid Prime Remastered killed it. I don't know why they're putting out Metroid Prime Remastered, 1 on the week of Kirby, 2 on a Wednesday. Like, that's just so weird. Like, Wednesday game release? It's weird. I don't know, it's weird, but now that that's happening, I feel like that's going to affect the launch of Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. I just don't think it'll have the same launch. I'm sure that numbers will be the same, because even on that Friday, this Friday when it releases, you know, all the hype will be there, and everyone who wants that game is going to buy it, if not already pre-ordered that game. So I'm not saying that numbers will be affected, but it definitely kills the hype for the launch, is like what I'm saying. So, yeah, I mean, I've not heard a peep about Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe recently, but that comes out this Friday, the 24th. So, feel free to go and pick it up at a local game store or on the eShop, whatever thou prefers. But anyways, I wanted to bring all that up. Otherwise, we have some headlines I'm excited to get into. All the news today is like pretty big. Like, we don't like have any small news. It's all like pretty big stuff, except for that one headline. It's not gigantic, but you know, without further suspense, let's go ahead and get to our reading headlines segment. Alrighty, our reading headline segment. So we have 3 different headlines, and for those who are unfamiliar with this little segment, this is where we read articles, not articles, but like we'll read headlines is what they are, headlines of articles, and then we'll discuss them. But the reason why they're not individual segments is because we cannot really discuss them for more than like 5 minutes anyway. So it's reading headlines, and we have 3. The first one being Pokemon Presents. That is happening. I swear I had a tweet pulled up from Pokemon Company. Here it is. Pokemon Presents is happening February 27th at 6 a.m. PST, 9 a.m. EST. So, a few things. One, guys, there's nobody other than the Pokemon Company to do a presentation at 6 a.m. on a Monday. Who else does this? I mean, Nintendo kind of came close with that one Direct in September, but I mean, like, this is like different. Like, this is 6 a.m. Guys, could you imagine it living on the West Coast and being a Pokemon YouTuber? And having to get up at like 5:30 in the morning, make your coffee and hop on a stream. Like, that's gotta be horrid. Unless you already get up at like 5 in the morning, that's gotta be horrible. Now, Monday 6, and like people like have work too. It's like no one's trying to watch this, like as horrible time. How about Friday at 5 p.m. I think that works a bit better, right? Friday 5 p.m. Like, come on. But anyways, that's 9 a.m. my time, and I've not decided if I'm going to stream it yet. Really, just because it's only 20 minutes long, and most of it will just be them talking, or I mean, not really, because Pokemon Presents normally try to focus on like actual important stuff. So I probably won't stream it. Maybe I will, because, like, okay, let's go here. What can you expect in the Pokemon Presents? My predictions are possible Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC and a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game. Those are the two announcements that I expect. Maybe something for Detective Pikachu 2. Maybe something... I'm not sure. Yeah. I'd say those are my predictions and what I think will be in there. I doubt I'll stream it just because Monday, I'm like at that time I'm normally either eating breakfast, editing, or I'm at the gym. It's just like a very inconvenient like work time, for me. And so for that reason, I just probably won't stream it. If I do, I'll let you know and I'll schedule the stream in advance. But don't expect that from me. But anyways, in celebration of Pokemon Day, that is happening once again, February 27th, 6 a.m. PST. That's happening. So, Pokemon Presents. I'm excited. Like, I'm going to watch it for sure. I just don't know if I'm going to stream it, but it should be pretty good. Maybe I will stream it because like if I don't and something like pretty cool gets announced, I might... We'll see, guys. I'm not going to guarantee that for you. But that's there. And then we have two other headlines. One, or the second one, really. Miyamoto says, quote, there's a quote from Miyamoto in a recent interview. He says, this quote, we're always working on Mario, so when we get to a time where we can share information, we'll certainly do so. I mean, bears poop in the woods. I mean, like this is like, I love Miyamoto, but it's obvious. Like, I don't know. When we get to a time where we can share information, we will do so. Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like any game would. I don't know. Like that applies for everything. Like, okay, what's in an upcoming game? Mario Odyssey 2. Of course, when they get to a point, they're going to share information. Next Zelda game. Of course, when they get to a point where they can share, they're going to share. Like, it's just like a thing. I don't know. But anyways, maybe that's a hint. Maybe that's, hey, coming soon. Maybe that's that time where we can share will be this year. I don't know. Maybe that's a hint. I don't know. But yeah, there was a Miyamoto interview, and I saw something funny. Not funny, but like he was at Super Nintendo World's grand opening this past week in California, and there was something fun. Nintendo they posted a tweet, and he was like hiding somewhere. I'll put it on the screen. He was like hiding. I don't know. It was just a very Miyamoto thing to do. It was funny. It was cool. But yeah, so that was cool. And then the next headline is the Super Mario Bros. Movie. The runtime, how long it's going to be, is 92 minutes and 17 seconds. So how do we convert that? That's an hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 17 seconds. So honestly, I don't know about you. Like, you might be the like 3-hour movie kind of guy. That's perfect runtime for me. Like that is a perfect duration for my liking. I don't like to ever be in a theater watching a movie or even just like sitting down for more than like an hour and a half. Like I can't do like it's so maybe not sitting down, but rather like I can't watch a movie for more than an hour and a half. That's just way too long. So I do like that. And that would also include the credit scene and the extra stuff. So really an hour and 27 minutes really. But you know, I'm excited and that's perfect time for me. Mario movie comes out April 7th, 2023. So I would go ahead. I'd go ahead and check your local movie theater and see if tickets are on sale. Are my tickets on sale? Because if they are, this podcast episode ends here. Okay, so they're not on sale yet for me. I won't say which theater I go to because I don't think that there's many of them. So you would probably get to know where I am located. So they're not on sale yet. But as soon as they are, you can believe I am jumping on it. Yeah, so there's no tickets yet. All right, well, eventually there will be tickets on sale, but your theater might be different. So go ahead and check your theater's website. Go to the theater in person. Check. Well, I mean, I'm sure that you could just check on the website. But, you know, either way, see if they're on sale. If they are, great. Go ahead and buy them. Front row type stuff. If they're not on sale, turn on your notifications and do the stuff. Buy the tickets. How much do they even cost? I have no clue. Buy the tickets. Front row. Look up at the screen in the front row, and have a jolly old time. Yeah. So that comes out soon. And with that, let's go ahead and let's move to our first real segment of the day. It's kind of a confusing one. It's a weird one, but let's get to it. Yes. All right, guys. It's a very rare occasion. Today is very rare. We don't get things like this very often. So, the Nintendo Switch has been updated. The firmware has been updated to version 16.0. Can you guess? Come on. 0. Yes, correct. 0. 16.0.0. And that sounds exciting, right? That's like, you know, 16. It's like every iOS update, like iOS 11, iOS 12, iOS 13. They always add some pretty cool features. So when you see 16.0.0, it's a brand new number. So then you're like, oh, awesome, themes. We're getting themes, guys. It's a great day. It's awesome. No, not at all. Not at all. So here are the patch notes and everything that has changed with the update, all right? User nicknames that cannot be used, so I assume inappropriate ones, will be replaced with, quote, question mark. So that'll be your username if it is deemed inappropriate, I believe. Which can be updated from the profile settings. So, let's say you put your username as an inappropriate name. I guess it'll be replaced with 3 question marks. So, you can then go back and change it, but that'll happen to you. Next, the last thing that has changed. General system stability improvements to enhance the user's experience, which basically means nothing. So, do I even have the update? I kind of want to test that, like, inappropriate username thing. So let's see if my Switch downloaded the update. If not, we'll both do it together. So we go to system. Oh, here we go. Look, guys, look. System update is ready. We're gonna update. Yeah, we're gonna switch them. We're gonna switch update, guys. Look at that. Yeah, update complete. The system will restart momentarily. Now, the weird thing is, I just had my Switch in sleep mode, and I'm not sure why it wasn't updating, like, overnight. I have no clue. But anyway, so, I do want to test if you... Okay, so if I make my username inappropriate, and I'm going to do it on my second account because I don't want anything bad happening to my main account. Okay, let's set it... I'm not going to say what I'm setting it as because this is a PG podcast. But if I just make it like this word... Okay, so I tried to put in an inappropriate name, and it says this nickname cannot be used. So what? So it says on the patch notes, user nicknames that cannot be used will be replaced with question mark, question mark, question mark. But when I try to put in a name that can't be used, it just says it can't be used. So I don't know what that means, but you can't use that word that I tried to put in. You can't use that. So I don't know what that means, but if you have any more information, let me know. Maybe it's like a name that people had and then they just changed it so where you can't use that name, and now everyone who had that said name has question marks. That could be what it actually is. I don't know for sure, but you can't use the word I tried, and you can't use a certain name, because if you do, your username will be all question marks. But really, guys, like, honestly, I'm waiting for the day that, like, Switch updates are, like, pretty big. Like, we would get Wii U updates, 3DS updates, more so 3DS updates that had a bit more content to them, and it was like something to look forward to. Like, I remember one 3DS update introduced some new camera features, and that was like really cool because it made you want to download that update. Now with the Switch, it's more so just like maintenance stuff. It's like, it's stability improvements. It's not fun. It's just mandatory, which, of course, is not fun. There's nothing to look forward to. They're not giving us new content in terms of the Switch console itself. And it's kind of upsetting. It's like real upsetting. It's like, why, Like, I'm sure if they wanted to, Nintendo could introduce like something cool. Like some kind of new home menu app or something. Like, if they wanted to, they definitely could. And they have the brains to actually do it. But this is what I've been saying, guys. Like, ever since the Switch has been doing so great, Nintendo doesn't care anymore to do things that make them no money. So, for example, Nintendo introduced Street Pass on the 3DS. That was a thing at launch, I believe. And as you may know, Street Pass made them zero money, except for, actually, you know what? I shouldn't use Street Pass because there were some in-game, some in-app purchases that would get you more games. But apart from that, if you use Street Pass for free, Nintendo made no money off of that. A better example would be Miiverse. They made Miiverse a social media platform that made them no money. There's no ads on there. There's nothing. Miiverse made them no money. If any, very little. But it made them like no money, and they still did it. And you have to remember, during that time, they were like their money, they were making money. But it was a lot lower than it should have been. And I mean, they definitely lost money too. But the point is, they used to do things that people loved when they didn't really have a reason to. Like, they didn't have to make any of that because it wasn't going to make them any money. But they did it for us. And now that the Switch is doing so well, they're like, oh yeah, we have our money. We don't need to make any other software. Things that we're killing it, right? They don't care about us anymore, guys. They just want to make games, which is obviously a big part of their money and their income. They want to make games and consoles. They made, okay, put it this way. What high effort app or feature have they introduced ever since the Switch released? Folders? I can't think of any. Switch Online icons? I can't think of many others. Any others? I don't know. Maybe there's something, but I can't think of it. Bluetooth audio, which should have been there day one. Three things? I don't know. They don't do much anymore. they don't do very much, which is nuts. It's hard to explain. It's hard to like get to the source of it because it's like why would you not? I don't know, but just saying. I missed when updates meant something. I miss when updates were cool and they would get you excited, and when they would make you want to jump over to your Switch and download them immediately. For that one, I wasn't even gonna do it for a few days, but I got on the podcast here and was like, all right, I'll do it and just see what changes. But nothing changes. It's the exact same. So, anyways, upsetting. I won't ramble anymore. Upsetting, but you have that. So if you had an inappropriate username, go to your profile and it might be replaced with 3 question marks. Anyways, that's the update for you. Let's move on. Alrighty, this next one I did not expect to wake up to this morning. So, this morning, or yesterday as of you seeing this podcast on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, Nintendo and Microsoft. Let's get right to it, right? So, Nintendo and Microsoft have signed a 10-year deal, legal agreement type thing, right? To bring Call of Duty to Nintendo platforms on the exact same day as Xbox, with all features and all content. Big news, right? Big news. We haven't gotten a Call of Duty game on Nintendo since the Wii U days, which is almost over 10 years ago. Over 10 years ago. So 10 years later, they're making a 10-year deal. It works out, right? So, anyways, the president of Microsoft. This is how you know it's official. President of Microsoft, Brad Smith, has tweeted out, "We've now signed a binding 10-year contract to bring Xbox games to Nintendo gamers." Now, please remember that part. This is just part of our commitment to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty to more players on more platforms. So, the main headlines read, Call of Duty are coming over to Switch. This guy just tweeted out, "We've now signed a binding 10-year contract to bring Xbox games to Nintendo gamers." Do you like, are you getting this? Like, it could be any game. It could be any Xbox game. Sorry, not any, because some are owned by other companies. But there's a pretty large variety of games that also could be coming over. It's not just Call of Duty, although that is the one mentioned and that is the one that is confirmed. Call of Duty is confirmed. But he says to bring Xbox games to Nintendo. So that's big news anyway. But he tweeted that out. He tweeted that, and then there's like another like statement here that I'll read. Microsoft and Nintendo have now negotiated and signed a binding 10-year legal agreement to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo players the same day as Xbox, with full feature and content parity, so they can experience Call of Duty just as Xbox and PlayStation gamers enjoy Call of Duty. Now, that's not true because the graphics and the frame rate are going to be down in the dumps. So we're not experiencing it the same exact way unless they make a brand new powerful console. We are committed to providing long-term equal access to Call of Duty to other gaming platforms, bringing more choice to more players and more competition to the gaming market. So, Call of Duty, Nintendo, a duo that we didn't know we needed. Rather, Microsoft and Nintendo. And so the reactions to this have been pretty positive. I'm excited, honestly. I will probably buy... I've not bought a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 4? My dog's barking. So it's been a while. That came out, what, 2018, 19? I believe it might have been 18. It could be 19. And so it's been a while. I'm not crazy into those games, but I bought it for the PS4, and when I played on the PS4, I had a bunch of friends who were gonna buy the game as well. So I bought it, and I've not played since I bought it, which was like, I played it for like a few months, and then I put it down. So I bought Black Ops 4. The dog is still barking, so we'll let that see if it. We'll see. We'll see if he stops. So I'm excited. I'm excited. We're gonna have Call of Duty games come over to the Switch the exact same day. Now, my biggest issue, and the first thing that I thought of as soon as I saw this announcement, the graphics on the Switch. Guys, we see games like Fortnite, any third-party game, Skyrim, they don't look beautiful on the Switch. Now, they worked and they run fine, but they run fine. On Xbox and PS5, they run great, fantastic, amazing. So, I mean, we know third-party games to often not run great on the Switch unless they're pretty small. But a big story game, it's not gonna look too good, I'll tell you that much. So, if you're gonna buy a Call of Duty game on the Switch, you have to know it's not gonna look very amazing, or so I think. Unless they make some magic happen, which I'm not expecting. Unless they were able to do that, it's not gonna look very good. So just keep that in mind if you want to buy a Call of Duty game for the Switch. Now, you have to remember, it's a 10-year agreement. I would say for sure that Nintendo puts out a new console within the next 10 years. So, could Nintendo's next move be making a crazy powerful console? This does not mean that, but if they wanted to, this deal would make a lot more sense. Now, once again, I'm not trying to say that announcement means that they're making a powerful console. It doesn't mean that at all. But it would make a lot of sense for them to do that. It makes a lot of sense now. But I still don't expect them to make anything more powerful than the PS5 or Xbox, just because Nintendo has always been kind of behind, and they've not really been into making super powerful stuff. So, we'll see. But I mean, I don't know many like quote-unquote Xbox games. So, I'm not sure what other games could come to Nintendo consoles apart from Call of Duty. It says to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty to more players on more platforms. I'm not sure what other games that could be. If you have any ideas, leave them in the comments of this YouTube video. Sorry to Apple and Spotify listeners. But I'm excited. I'm going to probably buy the first Call of Duty game that comes to the Switch, unless it's like, I'll probably wait like a day or two until I buy it, just to see if it like looks horrible, or if people are saying like it's so glitchy, it's so terrible. We'll see. But I do have great intentions on buying a Call of Duty game for the Switch whenever that happens. Now, when could that happen? I'd say as early as this summer or later this year, at the latest, whenever the next Call of Duty game comes out, which is, I have no clue. I don't follow the franchise very closely, but I think it'll be sooner than we think, because I feel like you can't just announce that and then kind of just like let it sit for too long. You have to kind of follow up pretty soon. So I believe that they'll give us some kind of information sooner rather than later. But anyways, that's fun stuff. And as I said, I did not expect to wake up to that this morning, but I did. It's fun news, and it's just a step in the right direction in terms of Nintendo Switch third-party games. So that's fun. But let's move on to our next segment, which is big stuff. If it's true. Don't get your hopes up if it's true. So let's go ahead and let's go over there. Alright guys, it's your favorite time. Not answering your questions, we'll do that next segment. But it's your favorite time. Rumor time! Oh yeah, rumor time! So we have a fat rumor. But hold on. Hold on. So, I've never heard of the person that is making this rumor, but it checks out and it makes sense. So you have to hear me out. So let's start at the beginning. A Twitter user by the name of Bill Coon. I hope I'm saying that right. They have a fake Twitter verification badge, all that kind of stuff, right? Their Twitter bio is executive gaming / tech deals and news. I'm not an insider. I just grab info by myself and predict the future only with evidence. So, pretty, you know, what do you call it? Descriptive bio. Pretty fun stuff. All right, so their tweet says, Premiere, new release preview. A new Nintendo Switch bundle will be launched soon in Europe. By the way, Europe? Only in Europe? Come on. You're going to gatekeep this super cool bundle. Anyways, this bundle includes a Switch console, the Red 2022 version, the Super Mario Odyssey game, digital code, and then something related to the upcoming Super Mario Bros. Movie. This is speculated to be a ticket or some kind of figure or something. Something that has to do with the movie in order to promote it. Now, the date listed from this Twitter user is March 10th, 2023. Now, if you watched the last Mario Matter episode all the way through, you might remember the date March 10th. You might. Now, March 10th is Mario Day. So keep that in mind. It's Mario Day. M-A-R, March 10th. 1-0, Mario. And so, I can look at a leak like this and be like, who are you? What kind of leak is that? But you have to think this makes a lot of sense. So, going back to the last Mario Matter episode, we discussed a GameStop database leak that had a Switch in the system. I'll put it on the screen. It has a Switch in the system with a date next to it. What is that date? March 10th, Mario Day. So, we have the first leak from the Twitter user of a Mario bundle coming to us, hopefully, eventually. And then a GameStop new Switch in the database with a March 10th release date. That could be that Mario bundle. That March 10th in the GameStop database could be the Mario bundle. It could be a real thing, which is why I'm even talking about it, because that makes sense. We thought that March 10th date would be Tears of the Kingdom OLED pre-order release dates. But this could just be that Mario bundle. Now, what makes this even more convincing is that both sources, the Twitter user and the GameStop database, have the release date of March 10th. Once again, Mario Day. So, that makes this even more believable. I don't know what to tell you. March 10th, Mario Day. The Mario Switch bundle could be happening. Now, this makes sense for a lot of reasons, and I have very few reasons to actually doubt it. It makes sense because you would, first of all, it just sounds like a Nintendo thing to do, to put out a Switch bundle with Mario Odyssey, and then put something in there that has to do with the movie to then, therefore, promote the movie. That would just make sense. Two, just even putting that whole bundle out there, you know, makes the movie bigger already. Just making something Mario related makes the movie kind of bigger. Two, the timing. One, on Mario Day. Two, a little less than a month before the movie releases. Makes sense. The Red Switch, we saw this Red Switch a while ago. For it to actually come back, makes a lot of sense. It is rumored to be the Switch with the red Joy-Cons. Once again, that was released a little while ago. And by a little while ago, I mean like 60 years ago. So for that to come back makes sense. Mario Day, and just the fact that it's in the GameStop database, like if it was just that tweet, no other evidence, I probably wouldn't even talk about this. But the fact that it's backed up by that GameStop database leak definitely adds some legitimacy to this whole leak and this rumor. Now, if this person gets this leak right, I'm gonna follow them and give them $1,000. I'm not giving them any money, but they will earn my respect, my trust, and my follow on Twitter. But if this is real, get excited. Now, looking at this bundle for what it is, it's a Switch. I assume those red Joy-Cons for the Odyssey bundle. It has a digital code of Mario Odyssey, something that has to do with the Mario movie, all for $300, which is the price of an actual Switch alone. So you're basically getting Odyssey for free, and whatever the movie-related item is for free. So steal, right? It's a deal. So that's out there. And as for what you get that is related to the movie, yeah, so it's either going to be a movie ticket or two tickets or something like that. 2 tickets. And it's either that or it's maybe like a figure, as I said, or maybe it's like some sticker. No, I mean, I feel like stickers are too little of a thing to throw in there. Or like a cool, I don't know. It could be anything. I feel like Nintendo gets kind of creative when throwing in cool bonuses. And so it's hard for me to predict what it could be. They throw in a lot of things. Mario movie poster? Like, I'm not totally sure. But you have to remember, this person has said that it'll be the same size Switch packaging as the Switch boxes are now. So it couldn't be like an oddly big thing. Like, it probably is not a poster. But I mean, tickets make the most sense, because if you put tickets in the box, that then just totally converts everybody to go watch the movie. So that would make the most sense. But we have to see, 1, if that's real, 2, what is the inside item. Now, if this gets announced, it's going to be either this week, if not the day that this podcast comes out. It's going to be either this week or next week. Now, what I could see it being is next Friday. So this Friday is the 24th. Next Friday is the 3rd of March. And so the next Friday after that is March 10th. Nintendo usually likes to make announcements 1 week before something like this were to happen. So I predict that the announcement will be, I was going to say next Friday, but I'm just going to put it at next week. Next week, I say, is when the announcement will be. It could happen this week, but I give that a low chance of actually happening. So next week, I say, is when the announcement will be for this Switch bundle, if it is in fact true. But you do have multiple sources reporting this, and multiple sources backing this up, as in the GameStop database and the Twitter user. Multiple people have this said as March 10th. So do with that information what you will. But March 10th, something is probably going to happen. Whether it be these Tears of the Kingdom Switch, which is not likely anymore, or whether it be this Mario bundle, that could happen. Now, we do have to think about, once again, this Twitter user says the Switch bundle will be launched in Europe. Now, I don't know if that's just Europe, because if it is, that's kind of stupid. I would hope it's in all regions, but if it's in just Europe, kudos to you guys. But, anyways, we'll have to see if that's real. And if it is, we can all celebrate, go watch the movie. Brand new Switch, life is good, life would be amazing. But anyways, that is it. New Switch bundle potentially incoming. But anyways, let's get to your favorite segment of the week. Alrighty, it is time. It's time, your favorite time, for me to answer your questions. You guys have left me questions on Discord for me to answer on this super cool, epic Nay Nay podcast. And if you want to ask me a question for me to answer on the podcast, join the Discord server, link in description. And you can join, go to the Ask EmSwizzle channel. You can ask me whatever you want, as long as it's not too personal, and I will answer it on this podcast. Anyways, let's scroll up in here because I believe I've missed some from a few days ago. All right, so I think we start. Think it's here. All right. That diehard Mario fan asks, favorite Mario ships, also favorite Zelda Breath of the Wild ships. Like ships as in like who like should be together. I've never thought about this. Well, for Mario, I mean, you have the classic Mario and Peach together. That just brought me back to that Wii U commercial when the kid was like, Mario and Peach together. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But Mario and Peach, Luigi and Daisy. Who would Bowser? Guys, there has to be like a Bowsette. Is that a thing? Bowsette? It's not an actual thing. It's a fan-made thing. All right. Bowser and Pauline. I'm like, what's their relation? I don't know. So probably just the basic ones for Mario, and then for Zelda, I'm a very basic guy. Link and Zelda, they have to date in one of the games at least. Like eventually, if not in Tears of the Kingdom, which they probably won't. But that has to happen. And then I wouldn't know what else for Zelda. I wouldn't know. I can't. None come to mind. I can't think of any. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, Mario, Peach, Luigi, Daisy. Like, I can't believe there's no, like, real confirmed Nintendo relationship. Like, that has to happen, right? All right, next. 3Up Moon asks, favorite ARMS character? I don't know many, but I remember when I would play ARMS, I always used Springman. Springman was my go-to. He's classic. He's on the cover art, but he was just my... Or, no, he's not. He's not on the cover art, is he? He's not like the cover guy. Oh, no, he is. Sorry. I thought it was some other guy. So, probably because he was the main guy was why I wanted to play as him. It's the only guy that I really knew. So, yeah, Springman it is. Next, Pretty Princess asks, do you have any vintage Nintendo consoles? Vintage as in like NES, SNES? No, I don't. The most vintage thing that I have is my GameCube, my family's GameCube. My brother has an N64 and the SNES that has like, I think he has it. Anyway, the SNES that has like games built in, he has those. But that's not me. The oldest thing that, okay, if I was kicked out of my house right now, the oldest one that I own is a Wii. I own the Wii that I bought from DK Oldies and my other Wii. The oldest thing that I own is a Wii. The oldest thing that my no, hold on, oh my gosh, hold on. I have a Game Boy Advance. Does that count? Oh gosh. I have a Game Boy Advance. Does that count? Oh, and not to mention I have a DS. Oh, I forgot about handhelds. I have a DSi and I have a Game Boy Advance. This is the oldest system that I own. This one right here. It works. IPS screen and everything. Look how bright it gets. Oh my gosh, it's bright. That's just blinding. The camera can't even focus on it. Anyways, I'm not trying to like show off or nothing. I'm just like, I just wanted to. I mean, you asked, my Pikachu reshelled Game Boy Advance SP. This is the oldest oldest console or oldest handheld that I own. It's fun stuff. And guys, guess what game is in it? If you watched that DK Oldies video, you would know Eminem's Blast is in here, guys. It's honestly, I've played it in length. It's a pretty fun game. I'm not gonna lie, like it's pretty fun. But other games that I like for it include The Nightmare Before Christmas. If you're a Halloween guy, try this game out. You will not regret it. I hope. It's kind of expensive though. It's like shot up in price, I think, which is unfortunate, but I think that's just what happened. All right, Cactus Lord Gaming. What is your favorite non-Nintendo franchise? It can be on a Nintendo console, just not Mario, Zelda, Animal Crossing. Right. So, it's probably a sports game. I think I know the answer. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So, like, my favorite series, my favorite franchise would be Animal Crossing, but that's Nintendo, so I can't say that. So next it would be Mario, but that's like, okay. So non-Nintendo, it would probably be FIFA games. FIFA, yeah. I've been playing those since I was like 8 or 9 on the Xbox 360. And though I don't buy them anymore, I just bought, like, I play FIFA 21 because I bought that one. Or is it 22? Is it 22? No, it's 21 because I got the Xbox in 2020. So I just go back and play FIFA 21 all the time. So that's my favorite franchise apart from that. But I have most of the FIFA games. I think I have all of them except for, I think, 19. Yeah, I think I skipped out on 19 because I didn't care enough. So yeah. Otherwise, Beerus asks, what's your favorite Smash player? Example, Mario, Donkey Kong. So my favorite Smash character is Mii Brawler. Mii Brawler, I've been using Mii Brawler ever since the Wii U days, and he's always been my go-to. It's a Mii of me, and it's always been my go-to and the character that I'm most comfortable with. So I've just always used him, and I've tried to switch, but I can't let him go. So there's that. 6 more reasons asks, if you could only have 5 games on the Switch, what would they be? Gosh, okay. So let me look at my Switch library real quick. Sorry guys, this is like the time of day where I can't talk straight, so bear with me. Oops, that's not the right thing. Switch library, all software. So one of them would definitely have to be Animal Crossing New Horizons. I cannot live without that one. So Animal Crossing New Horizons is number 1. Well, I'm not going to put them in any kind of order, but that's one of them. The next one would have to be, I'm going to say, although it's originally a Wii game, I'm going to say Skyward Sword HD. The memories that I had with that game are so amazing, and it's my second favorite game of all time. So Animal Crossing New Horizons, Skyward Sword HD. I think I'm going to say, shoot, it's so tough. It's so, like, I can only have 5. I'm going to say Pokemon Legends Arceus, Splatoon 3, and I think I know the last one. Actually, hold on. Switch out Arceus for Breath of the Wild. So Animal Crossing, Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 3, and my last one is Mario Kart. So I'll say it again. Animal Crossing New Horizons, Skyward Sword HD, Splatoon 3, Breath of the Wild, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Those are my 5 I would take to the grave with me. Now, honorable mentions include Luigi's Mansion 3, Legends Arceus, Scarlet and Violet, Super Mario 3D World. So these are all honorable mentions. Miitopia, Brilliant Diamond, All of those are honorable mentions, but those are the ones that I would take to the grave. All right. Next, where was I? What are your thoughts about the Sega Dreamcast console, and will you get one? Honestly, hold on. Isn't that like a old console? Sega, guys, I don't, I don't follow Sega. Sega Dreamcast, yeah, that's an old console. Oh, it was released on my birthday, November 27th. Although that's not the year I was born. So I've heard of the Dreamcast. I know that it exists, but I don't think I'll ever buy one. It's just not the kind of games, or not games rather, but kind of console that I'm into. If I was gonna buy one, I probably would have done it a while ago, but I don't think I'll buy one, and I can't really have thoughts on it because I don't own one. But I would love to give you my thoughts on it if I could. But anyways, that's what I think. I think it's probably a great console. It's probably fantastic, but I just don't own one, so I can't really say. Stupid. I hate calling you that because you're probably not stupid, but that's your username. Stupid asks, "What's your favorite Mario game?" Favorite Mario game of all time? I think I know the answer. It comes to me right away, but I just don't want to. I don't want to forget any. Okay. I think the answer is New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii. Oh gosh, you know what? It might be that. It might be the Wii U one actually. I had more memories with that one. No, because I have memories with both. Jeez. I think it's probably the one for the Wii U. Because, guys, you have to think, the Wii U was the age when I could, like, really comprehend, like, actual games. And I can remember so much of me playing Mario Bros. Wii U alone for hours, just, like, replaying the game, or, whether I was replaying it or whether I was progressing through it. I just remember playing it, and it was so awesome. It was so great. It was brilliant. But I think that's my favorite Mario game. Honorable mention would be Mario Odyssey, would be Mario Bros. Wii, would be Mario Bros. DS, but Mario Bros. For the Wii U was my favorite. Next, SP Dicey asks, favorite Kirby game? I think I'm going to have to be... No. Yeah. My favorite Kirby game is Kirby Planet Robobot for the 3DS. I love that game. I have not played very many Kirby games because I wasn't always into Kirby. I do want to pick up a copy of Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. I have played it a few times with friends, and I used to have the game. But I want to play it again, so I want to go ahead and pick up a copy of that game. But out of Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Forgotten Land, I think I played a few others. My favorite is Planet Robobot. Next, the Soda Boy asks, you ask us for hot takes, but what is your biggest Nintendo hot take? Shoot, alright. My biggest Nintendo hot take. It's probably... Okay, I know. Chibi Robo Ziplash is really not that bad. Okay. So, this is how I put it, right? Chibi Robo Ziplash was my first ever Chibi Robo game. Since then, I've gone back and played the older Chibi Robo games. When you do that, Chibi Robo Ziplash sucks. It's so bad. But when you just play Ziplash as your first ever Chibi Robo game, without knowing anything about Chibi Robo, like when you play that as your first game into the series, it's pretty good. Because you don't know what to expect. But when you have played the GameCube one and the DS one, the DS one is Park Patrol, when you've played those ones, it doesn't really compare to Ziplash. So, it's good if it's your first game of Chibi Robo, and it's bad if you've been following the entire series and it's just terrible. Anyways, that's the hot take. Next, Cactus Lord Gaming asks, favorite Mario Party game? All right, so okay. I know the answer. I just like to think because I don't want to miss something and then like, you know, kind of regret not giving myself more time to think. But my favorite Mario Party game is Mario Party 8 on the Wii. Fun fact, that was actually my first ever Mario Party game. I played it with my siblings and friends that would come over back then in like the 2010, 9, 8 era. Not 2008. In 2008, I was not old enough to play the Wii. 10, 11, 12 rather. I would play it with anybody that came over, and it was fun. It was real fun. The mini games were really great. And what stands out to me about that game is one, the music, is one, the music, and two, I forget his name. It was real complicated, but the party host, the hat guy, the guy with like the blue hat, that guy, it just makes it so memorable. And I love that Mario Party game, my favorite one. Next, Gatto and Lavar Alived asks, if you haven't already, are you going to play a Hogwarts Legacy? If you already have, what did you think? If it has already been in Mario Matter, I didn't know about it. So I don't think I've been asked about Hogwarts Legacy. So I will tell you this. I know nothing about the game, apart from a few people have told me it's a very great game. That's all I know. I know people have told me, like, yeah, man, it's awesome. I love it. There's so much to do. So I've not actually jumped into it yet. If I do, it'll be on my Xbox. What's stopping me right now is the big price tag. You know, sorry. Obviously, $60 is how much games cost nowadays, but I can't pull that trigger yet on a game that I don't know much about. So maybe I'll learn more about it and then jump into it. But it looks fun. I've seen streamers play it. I've stopped into a few streams. Like I stopped into a Beacon of Nick playing it, and he said it was awesome. So I might have to actually pick it up. I might have to. It looks really fun. So yeah, I'll look into that. But anyways, 3 Up Moon asks favorite ARMS character, favorite ARMS stage, and favorite ARM in ARMS, like the different boxing. Yeah. So here's the problem. I don't play ARMS very much, and the last time that I did has to be like 2 or 3 years ago. So Springman is my favorite character. We answered that. Favorite stage? I don't know. If it was life or death, I couldn't tell you one ARM stage. I like the one. Wasn't there one with like two staircases? ARM stages. There was one that had like 2 staircases, right? It was something like that. I could be wrong. Like there was like a big uphill or something. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, is this it right here? Oh gosh, hold on. Ninja College? Is that it? Okay, gosh, maybe that's it. Ninja College. Okay. This is my favorite one, I think. Ninja College. Yes. That's my favorite. Yeah. Ninja College is my favorite. That's the one. Now, favorite ARM in ARMS. I remember a bunch of different, like the spiky one and like the ARMS. Can I search ARMS? Like, how do you here? Oh yeah, pops up. Wow, it pops up. Okay. There was like the one, like spinny saw looking one, which is I believe called. It's called the. It's not showing. Oh, okay. So that one I like as well. It's called the clapback. So that's a shield. I like that. I like to have that. And then wasn't there one like. I'm not sure like what the thing is called, but it was like a sharp. Okay, well I can't find that one. The other one that I liked was like the one that had like missiles on it, which I believe is the here. Try Bolt, Try Blast, one of those. Those ones were pretty cool. As far as gloves go, I like the toaster. That one was very good. I like that one. Yeah. I love those. Yeah. All right. Heck yeah. It's like all coming back to me now. Like I remember what all these are called and what they look like and like what I used to use. All these ones. Awesome. So Next, our next question comes from JC the Memer asking, which Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC fighter got you the most excited? For me, it was Sora, since I had been predicting him since the game was announced. Yes, so I wasn't even doing YouTube at this point in time, or maybe I was and just didn't stream it. I might have been. Maybe it was before I started like streaming directs. But my favorite was when Steve from Minecraft like got announced. Like it was so unexpected, at least for me. And you have Mario like looking around like, oh boy, and then you have Steve breaking a block and it says Steve rocks the block. Like, come on, like that's so cool. That's actually like amazing. But anyways, Steve rocks the block. The weird thing is, I still have never bought Steve in Smash Bros. I just don't play the game enough to make it worth buying any of the DLC. I probably should, but I really liked that reveal, and I had great intentions. I had intentions of buying Steve, but I just didn't do it. So the Steve reveal did get me very, very excited, though. But anyways, that'll wrap it up for the Mario Matter. And guys, for any channel members, our channel members are very great, right? They're so amazing. We love our channel members. So what I figured I was going to start doing is, I don't have like a crazy amount of them, which I don't expect that. I'm just saying. So therefore, if we go to look at all my channel members, why not we just read all their names individually instead of being like, oh, thank you to the channel members. Like, how about we read all their names individually as, you know, a better thank you, you know? How about we just do that? So I'm going to read our names. Thank you so much to our channel members for supporting the channel. If you want to become a channel member, the link is in the description. If you're on PC, there is a join button next to my user. If you scroll down next to subscribe, there is a join button. You can join, get some very cool perks, and have your name read out loud at the end of a Mario Matter episode. Therefore, our members are It's Kate, Carter Crossing, Pal EX, Hippo1273, Nintendo Sports, and Doge Time 420. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel, and in return, you get amazing, amazing perks, like my studio sessions, or rather recording sessions, when I record YouTube shorts, or being able to put cool emojis in the chat and in comments, or getting your name read at the end of the podcast, all this kind of cool stuff. So maybe for long form videos, because it's a bit more snappy, I might be like, thank you to our channel members, and like have the thing swipe up. But for podcast, I have time, so I'm gonna read everyone's name just like that. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I love you all so much. Subscribe if you're new. Like if you enjoyed. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, if you're on a platform that supports the rating the podcast, please give us a great rating. Much appreciated. And if you, I can recommend you a video to go watch. If you're watching all the way through the whole podcast, I have a video where I reviewed a console from the very controversial, very expensive DK Oldies, and the Wii that I opened was not refurbished. If you want to see that video, it'll be at the end of this podcast. And if you're listening on audio only, it'll be linked in the description. Otherwise, I'll see you all in the next podcast episode next week, March 1st. I'll see you then. Adios.